So you don't finish your music. Okay, maybe you lose momentum, overthink, or just run out of time. Let me tell you, you're not alone. 42% of my Academy members struggle with time management, and even 52 say they want to finish compositions faster. And the problem isn't really about learning more composition tricks. It's about understanding what is stopping you from finishing in the first place. So today, I will show you the real reasons why your compositions remain unfinished and how you can fix that. I have been teaching composition and interval theory for over 10 years now, and most composers I talk to keep giving me the same reasons why they don't finish their work. So let's go over the top 3 together, and I have a feeling already that this will sound familiar to you. You're waiting for perfection. You tinker endlessly, thinking it's not good enough yet. I have to be better. But guess what? Finished is always better than perfect. In fact, there is no perfect. It's just an illusion you create for yourself. So let go of this thought and simply create. This problem usually arises for composers if no outside force pushes them towards the end. So a possible solution is to set a deadline for yourself. You literally become your own client and request the finished composition by a specific date. If a director needed this piece by Friday, you would finish it. You're starting without a clear roadmap. If you don't know where your piece is going, you will get stuck midway. The problem is that you don't know what you want to do. You just started something and then you gave up control. It's like waiting for Prince Charming to come to your rescue and tell you what you must do, but that won't happen. So let's stay in control from the first moment on, even before we compose a single note. We want a clear roadmap before getting lost in nowhere land. Making a few key decisions might be beneficial before we jump into the music. Things like, what's the mood? Do I follow a particular form, like AABA? Do I want to use a theme or a specific interval or sound? You don't have to define all the details just yet, but just enough so that you know the direction you're going. That's pretty much what a solid sketch will do for you. You're overwhelmed by too many choices. Every chord, every note feels like an infinite decision. The more you think about what you potentially can do, the more overwhelmed you will be. And that's not helpful. Let's be practical instead and give ourselves just 2 to 3 options that resonate with us. So instead of saying, I can do whatever I want, say, I'm focusing only on using my theme and deriving more music from it. That's what John Williams does to perfection, by the way. Or I'm focusing only on that particular sound. Well, this is what Hans Zimmer does in Inception. Or I'll be using a certain rhythm, like the Terminator thing. You know, da-da-dun-da-da. Whatever you pick, I recommend you give yourself constraints. And this will help you move forward and overcome that problem. And the usual follow-up problem is, well, how do I decide what to pick? Again, this comes back to problems number 1 and 2. Don't wait for the perfect pick, just pick something and commit to it. Build your roadmap step by step and gain clarity over what you want to create. Many composers get stuck because they think they need to get things right from the beginning. But finishing a composition is a process, not a one-time perfect performance. First, sketch your ideas roughly, then refine what's already there. And finally, polish only the necessary details. Think of composing like building a house. You don't start with the decorations, you lay the foundation first. If you focus on decorating too soon, you will never finish the structure and won't get anything done. Now that we know what slows us down, let's talk about how to finish compositions faster without sacrificing quality. Write ugly, then refine. Stop trying to make every bar perfect before moving on. In fact, I learned this from my friend and co-author of the Interval Theory composition course, Thomas J. Jones. He contributed many sketches and many musical works to the course, and often I saw a few blank bars in the middle of a sketch. He knew he could easily derive some filling material from the sketch later, and he moved on. Set time limits. Treat your composition like a job. Say, I have 2 hours to sketch this piece. Short deadlines force clarity and decision-making and make you focus on broad strokes before you lose yourself in details. Use a template. This can save you some time each day. It can be a small thing like a sketch template inside Dorico or Sibelius, or something really big like your orchestral template inside Cubase or Logic. The key is to become aware of your repeating steps. If you do the same steps over and over again, make them go into a template. You win nothing by loading Kontakt and filling it with your favorite instruments daily. Save yourself that time and do something better instead. Also, if you compose for long enough, you will see yourself going to the same functions, plugins, or settings very often. That clearly indicates that you should set up some individual hotkeys or shortcuts that will help your productivity. Commit to decisions. Not making a decision at all is the enemy of finishing music. Once you choose your musical material, like your sounds, themes, and overall frame, stick with it. Most of the great compositions are a series of committed choices. And if you hear that voice again that tells you, what if you could find better ideas? Please ignore it. You can only A/B test your ideas by committing to one version and then starting over with another idea. One of the biggest problems isn't starting, it's knowing when to stop. Here are a few things that I regularly do to recognize when a piece is done. I ask myself, does it fulfill the goal? If this was for a scene in a film, does it work? If so, move on and consider it finished. But what if there is no project at all and you composed only for the fun of it? Well, listen as if you didn't compose it. We, the creators, are emotionally very close to what we did. Sometimes a short break of just a few hours is enough to reset your ears and come back with a fresh perspective. If nothing major sticks out, it's done. Release it, move on. Composing is a skill, and as with every skill, you improve by doing more of it. It's like working out in the gym. There are good days where you feel like Hercules, well, kind of, and then there are just days. Even if this piece isn't your best, it's another step forward. As long as you move in the right direction, you will keep transforming into a better version of yourself. So let's recap. If you want to finish compositions faster, let go of perfectionism. Plan your compositions roughly before you start. Reduce choices, use constraints. Work in stages. Gather, sketch, develop, polish. Set a deadline and commit to decisions. So if you have an unfinished piece right now, tell me in the comments and commit to finishing it within the next 3 days. I offer to become your personal accountability buddy on that, and I will help you push through it. And if you want to take your compositional knowledge to the next level and dive into interval theory, I can offer help with that as well. You might want to check out the free live introduction events to interval theory that I regularly do via Zoom. The next dates are set already, and I would love to welcome you there in person. And now, stop watching these YouTube videos and finish that damn piece. Best always, this was Frank. Bye.